So we are back, guys. Nimeka light. It's getting dark right now. The time is 5:05 p.m. Yeah, I don't like night time. Hata kaijafika. I like the sun. I like daytime. Cause usiku inakujanga tu na mambo. Vitu mbaya mbaya happen tu usiku yani. I don't like night time. But let's keep going. So tunaingia saa. Tuko karibu kwenda kwa mapenzi, what I've learned about love. But before that, number 11, forgive your parents. Forgive your parents. 20 things that I wish I knew before I turned 20. Forgive your parents. And before you load your ammunition, I know there's some things that personally haven't experienced, but sometimes your parents can wrong you like in the worst ways, unspeakable things to you. But remember, forgiveness is not reconciliation. Forgiveness is letting go. I think that our parents chose us. They chose to have us. Maybe they did not know what our personalities will look like, but most of the times, we reflect what is deep inside you. Mi niko na kichongumi ya babangu na nimeiona, na niko na kisirani ya mamangu. My mom used to be. I don't have that, but one of my sisters does. So we are a reflection of you. You, as my parent, you chose to have me. You chose to keep me. Personally, when we went to the hospital, uko na mtoto mgonjwa, all my life, ni kugonjwa kulia. When I was 3 years old, na akaambiwa, this kid is sick. They're gonna be sick for life. Like this is a chronic illness. Then they never even talked about the bone marrow transplant as a cure for sickle cell. No, it's a chronic illness. You're going to need multiple hospital visits, medications 24/7, knowing all those. And that's why I love my dad so much. I love my mom so much. Because after kuambiwa all that, I always say my dad could have decided, or my mom, to leave me somewhere. Waniache hosi, waniache kwa hospital gate, but they went home with their kid. Wakajitwika. Nasemanga ni mzigo, hata kama they don't like to say it. Wakajitwika the burden. Wakasema sawa, it is mine. I'm gonna be responsible for it. So they chose us. In my case, they even chose to keep me. And for them, actually, dunia ilisema chiki rewind selector ×2. So 2 kids with that illness. And if you have not dealt with someone who lives with a chronic illness affects the whole family. It is mentally draining, financially draining, physically, yote tisa mpaka 10 inakumaliza. So they chose us, they chose to keep me. But now I'm an adult. Remember, 20 things that I wish I learned before I turned 20. So at 20 years old, siwezi endelea kusema, because my dad is a good man. There's some things that he just did in the way he treated or handled my condition that I did not like. To circle back some other day, but that was our main issue. So, forgiveness for me, I had to let go of that pain, and it was so hard. In my head, haikuwa ina make sense, guys. Haikuwa ina make sense because I was like, you love me. He never used to say it, but for me, love is not words, it's action. Show me the love. So I feel the love, but sometimes I do not feel the love. It's hate. I don't think you treat someone that you love like this. But after ku move out, tukakatofiana for a really long time, nilikaa chini and I made a pros and cons list. Pros, cons. And the pros were many because I remembered. Anafikirianga nilisahau. No, my dad used to carry me on his shoulder when I was little, 3 years old, every other day for like 6 months. Home, hosi. This is just, we are trying to know what is wrong with this girl. This girl is always sick. Her hand is swollen. It's just oozing pus. Hospitals can't seem to figure what's happening. Kila siku, Kajiado Nairobi, kwa mat, Kajiado Nairobi, amenibeba hapa. Because I can't walk, I'm so tiny, I'm always sick. And when I used to cry, when I was getting the injections and the procedures done, angenishikilia. Mi nimeshikiliwa mpaka venye nimetoka kwetu nikiwa 20. This man would carry me even when he was sick. So I never I feel like the friction that we had for a second almost made me forget, but nikaka niko, no, I need to be grateful for the little. Not for the little, for the much. It's not little, it's much. And I was grateful. And hapo ndo nikasema, you don't need to apologize. We don't even need to talk about it. I've made peace with the fact that you're never going to acknowledge what happened, how you treated some situations, and how they have affected how I am right now, because they have. But you're my father. I carry your name proudly. The world knows your name. Orwa is my dad's name. And okay, so forgiveness is letting go for your own sake. Mimi venye nilikuja Nairobi nilikuanga, I have daddy issue, that's why I have bad taste in men. But till when? I'm a grown up. Till when am I going to blame him for my bad choices in men? So forgiveness is letting go. You don't have to reconcile. Personally, I chose to reconcile because again, mi kwanza by the time na kutengenezea pros and cons, hiyo kitu imeniuma, kichwa yangu I register. Nika register and I was like, I'd want to reconcile because I love you so much. And I felt the love. The times when I did not feel the love were very few. There were very few. My dad took my family in general, but my dad took by me. I can't even cry. What? I'm someone who likes to put myself in people's shoes. And throughout high school, I was always sick. Nelly, I was always sick and I used to cry so much. And my dad is someone who snores. So the whole night as I'm crying, he's not snoring. So I know he's awake. He's awake with me. And then like he's a manly man, yule. You know that typical Luo man, kiburi 1,000,000%, nonchalant 100,000,000%. So he never said it, but you could see, even when he looked at me, you could see the pain. So when I was reflecting, because this year I've done a lot of reflecting, even for me to go home, nilika nikasema nasahau aje. How am I forgetting? And after, because these days, badi na machozi, I'm such a crier by the way, but these days whenever I look back at even our financial situation, I know my illness used to drain our finances mbaya. He couldn't get most of the things he wanted to get, or my sisters, because pesa yote tulikuwa tuna channel kwangu to make me feel better. So even though there's some things that happened that were not nini, I never want to forget the love. I don't even want an apology at this point. I made peace with that. Now, do not feel like I'm invalidating whatever you have experienced with your parents. It might be bad. So I don't mean you have to reconcile. Sometimes you can love from a distance. It's okay. But I think you can find some good. Hata kama ni kidogo, and don't forget that. That's all that I'm saying. Nilikuwa nimeandika mavitu mingi hapa. I also wrote that it has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with you. Just let go of that burden. Don't forget the good if there is. Na kama haiko pia, you just, because equally I have friends who, because people always say, oh, Gen Zs are under their parents. Gen Zs are cutting off their parents. No. It's not everyone. I have friends who had seamless relationships with their parents. My fellow Gen Zs, like they were just good experiences throughout. They are very comfortable. That's their own experiences. But kuna some of us which were not as seamless. Kuna others who have worse experience if you compare to mine. So it's just up to you. Again, it's not a must. But the thing about forgiveness, I feel like it just heals you. Personally, after I reconciled, I recently went home for the first time in almost 2 years. All my life, up to when I turned 20, I had never left Kajiado. I had never left home. I had never left my father's house. But the moment that I left, nilienda kanimeendanga. Na nikaenda to the farthest part of this world. And I remember there were times, there's a lot too that happened. But I'm just glad that I was able to come back. And I'm happy. Things are not perfect, but things are good. Things are good. And I feel lighter. Honestly. I'm not carrying that nini anyway. Some things that happened left like permanent damage on me, physically, mentally. But that's up to me to fix, because I'm an adult. I'm 22 years old. I'm a full grown woman, matter of fact. Mi ni mtu mkubwa. So siwezi shinda nikisema I need to move. I've also met very successful people who have like the worst experiences from their childhood, and the one thing that they always tell me is just let go. You don't have to reconcile. Remember, forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. Forgiveness is for you. Ikutoke so that you can move. Okay. Number 12. Cringe does not exist. And I'm going to double down and say, be cringe. Be cringe. On every day. I mean every single day. I wake up and I choose to be cringe. Yeah. Especially hapa kwa streets, the internet, be cringe. People are like, they don't like cringe. But you see, when people cringe, wanakuanga, yeah, I'm cringing. The eyes are still locked. I know, people in the entertainment industry are gonna tell you, cringe is what keeps people locked. Uta cringe tu kwa hivi. Oh, hivi. But you're still watching me. So cringe is not that bad. Be cringe. I was listening to someone that I like on the internet. Alikuwa anasema, you see that feeling that you feel when you're cringe? You need to know. Okay, I'm someone who's spiritual kidogo. So you need to find that energy and tap into it. Ride the cringe wave. And it's gonna take you places. It's just up to you to decide, do you want to go with it or not? Even people on the internet, you know that YouTube pays, right? For views, it does. Wale watu wako na views huko na kuanga cringe kiasi gani. That's another level of cringeness that I'm even yet to unlock. Because human beings love it. So it's up to you to decide. Do you want to, ride the cringe wave or not? Some people don't like it. Personally, I don't mind it. I just cannot ride it sana. But kidogo, be cringe. Be cringe. Somebody said, embarrassment is the cost of entry for pretty much everywhere cool. Look at the cool people, the people that you look up to and you say they're cool. That's me, I've been told I'm cool. Do you see how cringe I am? Kwa cringe, no, usiogope, because people are gonna judge regardless. As someone who has lived both lives, growing up to when I leave home, I was that quiet kid. Hata ukinyamaza sana watu watakuuliza, mbona umenyamaza sana, siongee? Pia ukiongea sana, like I get this a lot. Msichana mrembo but anayap. Why not? Why not? Especially when I want to yap. All my life I've always wanted to yap. Nilikuanga mwoga. But now I got rid of the fear. So let me be cringe. Yo. Even when I look at my videos, whenever I'm talking, the videos zenye nilipost nikisema, this is so cringe. Guaranteed 1 million views. Zote. Go to my TikTok. The videos where I'm talking, you're gonna find them cringe, but they have at least 1 million views. Now I know on TikTok, views don't really translate to money, but I look at them as they help just drive up engagement ya page yote. So when I go to a brand, I can come to you and tell you, I guarantee you this number of views. Visibility, that's what I'm giving you. Credibility, people are linking your name to my business. Like, that's how it works. So don't be scared to be cringe. I have some people, that's so cringe. It's not a bad thing, honestly. It really isn't a bad thing. Sawa. Number 13, be authentic. And authenticity comes back to huko. Deconstruct yourself. Once you deconstruct yourself and you know yourself, sasa as yourself, that's your authentic self. That's you. That's the real. And authentic, it's doing what you want. As long as you're not harming anybody, you're not being evil. Baby, just be you. Do what makes you happy. Everybody's gonna judge you either way. So kuwa too authentic, kuwa yourself. That's a compliment. Okay, people tell me that's like, I love you, so real, you're authentic. And that's one of the greatest compliments that someone can give me. Because I know that ukiniangalia hivi, huoni fakery, unaona realness. I love that. So just be yourself. But because some people always say, this is just who I am, but do you like who you are? That's something else. Because you can be a human being. Ujaona watu tabia ni mbaya, chafu, mdomo chafu. Like when someone just opens their mouth, they're just spewing insults. And then when you ask them, they're like, but this is just me. My question, itakuwa, if you're walking down the street and you met someone who acts like you, are you going to like them? If the answer is no, then you need to work on yourself. Kidogo tu. Mana matin, work on yourself. Personally, I like myself. There are some characteristics that I don't like, but I've been working on them kidogo here and there. And with every work, let me say, or every characteristic that I'm fixing, I just feel better and I like myself more and more. So take time to know yourself and like yourself and be real. Being real will get you places. There's an issue that I'm having with brands right now. A brand is going to come to me because they have seen me as me and they liked it. But once you submit your video as you, they're like recently I've been told, that's a bit dramatic. Maybe tone it down a bit. You can say this instead. And obviously I did the edit, but I told them, I don't think I'm going to work with you guys again because you came here. The drama is what attracted you to me. Because on a normal day, this is how I talk, guys. Kwanza when I'm comfortable with you, mimi ni radio imetuniwa, imepandishwa sauti. I also incorporate a lot of TikTok lingo because I'm chronically online. But yeah, this is me on a normal day. And this is also me on the internet. And this is what made you want to work with me. But once you start working with me, you're like, maybe filter your words a little bit. Less drama. We're not doing that because that's how you're taking away my authenticity. Then I'm going to begin performing. It's like I'm acting. I'm no longer myself. Number 14, we are moving on to love. Let's talk about love. Do you love me? Napenda mbaya. Like I have such a nice community on TikTok. On TikTok mostly, also on Instagram, just generally on social media. I actually love my YouTube audience a little bit more just because they are engaging in the comment section and in DMs. Because only on YouTube is where I can post a video and then someone will watch the video, come and say, hey, I saw this and this and this, so I like that. But generally, now I love things that I've learned about love. Or rather, things that I wish I knew about love before I turned 20. Also, I'm talking from the female perspective. And as a person who loves men, unfortunately, napenda wanaume. Sadly, like I used to be, let me say, a male-centered girly. Male-centered mbaya. And the indoctrination was so deep. Couple that with what religion taught me. Eti the man is the head. Mimi nilikuanga, nimekuja huku nikiweka watu wakue vichwa. Na kumbe hata miguu hakuna. They can't even stand. How you gonna be my head? How you gonna lead me? So that used to be me, like me. Maboy nilikuwa nimeweka hapa. Submission 100%. Like I'm gonna, mimi hata kama as my man utaki sita kuangalia. That used to be me. Sawa babe. Sawa babe. Sawa tu venye unataka. That used to be me. And I was also sold that fairy tale dream of Prince Charming. Actually, I have a very big bone to pick with society. You raised little girls to believe in Prince Charming, the savior, someone who's going to come and save them. After with the Nollywood movies that we used to watch, I'm Kenyan, but we used to watch a lot of Nollywood movies. So nilati, now this is me Kayet. I'm just walking from the market, nimebeba manjugu kwa kichwa, and then someone is gonna roll up, pull up next to me in a GLE Rolls Royce zote and akwe like, you know, get in, let me take you home, I want to meet your parents. And then after 2 weeks ameleta mahari, amekupeleka. That's what we knew. Personally, I was deluded like that. Ukiongeza na soap operas, that's what I used to think love was. But let me hold your tits, baby. Let me tell you, mapema, it's not like that. It's not like that. Kwanza yo GLE Rolls Royce, sahau kidogo. Yo, sijai stuka hivyo. Nilipigwa na butwa. So, that used to be me when I came out venye nilikuja Kanairo. But saizi nimeshika layout. Sai najua town. Wewe hujui town? Acha nikwambie venye mimi nilipata town kuko. Number 1, people show love in different ways. People show love in different ways. So, learn love languages. First of all, learn your love language. And I'm not talking about physical touch, words of affirmation. No. What is your definition of love? What does love look like to you? How do you want to be loved? And then when you get the person that, okay, nataka kumpenda, muulize, what does love look like for you? How do you want me to love you? Because love languages need different. Okay, we have the textbook definition of love, which is a strong feeling of want and care for somebody. I guess I'm right. Yeah, I guess along those lines, you know, love is when you really care about someone and you want to be with them. But apart from the care and want, love for me looks like security. I want to be secure. Oh, my mind who in a run 100,000 kilometers per second. So if I can be with you and itulie, nisikushuku, niko calm, I feel secure physically, mentally, like you're my safe space. Whenever people ask me what's my type these days, I say a safe man. I want a safe man. Munaona pale kwa vision board yangu niliandika, if I'm settling with someone, it needs to be a safe man. Like when I'm in your space, mi najua akili naeza weka kwa bag. Hata nifunge macho and I know you're going to lead me to good places peke. There's this scene, if you know the Joker story, Harley Quinn and the Joker, where they're like on top of a high place and then there's is it like no, it's not a tub. Niseme aje. It's a big tub of acid. So Harley is standing and the Joker, and they're looking into each other's eyes. I know I'm delusional. I'm such a lover girl. Joker anamwambia something. Acha nasemanga nini? But that scene just took to me. And then because Harley trusts him that much, like nimekupea, mi najipeana kwako. Anaruka. That's me when I'm in love. Sasa niruke ukose kunifuata. Cause Joker anamfuata. Ndoka tunachomeka pamoja. Shida siku hizi nitaruka na wewe uruki na mimi. Msinikasirishe, but yeah. So for me, love is security. Love is presence. I want you to be here. I almost fell in love earlier this year with a man who niko hosi. I was in hospital for 3 days and I texted this and I told him, hey, I'm sick. I'm in the hospital 3 days. Babe, uja kuja kuniona mu. Jamani, ebu loading ammunition mko ready kunishoot. What was I even doing? And this man blue-ticked me. He blue-ticked me. And you know what? I still stayed because I was in love. Mniweke maji. Acha nikunywe Red Bull. I need energy. Because that was dumb of me. But I stayed because truly. Jamani. Naishiwa nguvu, guys. Nikikumbuka, guys, love is an illusion. That was a propaganda enye ilitengenezwa na wanaume. It was a very, very deceitful concept ilikonjuriwa up na wanaume wakatuzia. So hapo ndo nikajua no, for me love is presence. Can you be there? Love is provision. Can you give me something? Okay, money, what else? Give me something. Be my joy. Because out here, men are gonna be like, oh, be my peace, be my peace. But the one asking you for peace is just chaos. You are carrying around so much chaos. And then you come to me for peace. Inaona ile peace kidogo niko nayo ile Kayetorwa nimejitengenezea, tunaitumia yote. And now sasa we all just become sad and resentful and bitter and angry, not hungry, hata hungry, tutakaa njaa. So what I'm saying, learn your love language. Learn your love language. It's gonna change everything. Because when you know what your love language is, I can continue. Yangu, it's quite long. But when you know what it is, when you meet someone and they're not giving you that, why are you there? Unapata nini? You need to give me some. Hata basi at least, because when I stayed, I had made peace with, okay, this man does not love me. This boy does not love me, and neither do I, or rather neither should I. So as much as I stayed a little bit longer, I knew the love was not there. It was never gonna be there. I stopped being delusional. I stopped dreaming. Actually, what kept me there, I guess it was the sexual healing, yeah. As much as for my emotions, for my heart, he was bad for my soul. That man was good for my soul. Ugh. But so you need both. You need a balance. You just can't have one. So baby girl, jua. Number 15. You cannot fix/change a man. Again, from the woman's perspective, you cannot fix a man. Bob the Builder, Barbara the Builder, Jabba, huwezi. And a man will only change when they want to change. You cannot change them. You cannot change. Mwanaume anafanya kitu anataka. Kitu yeye mwenyewe anataka. Demu mwambii shit. Unaambia mwanaume nini? Are you mad? What you mean? You're trying to change him. Baby, don't do that. Don't do that. A man will only change when they want to. You cannot fix him. So when you meet someone, meet somewhere where they are, where they're at. Is it raining? When I meet you and I see some things about you that I don't like, naenda. Usikae eti nitamsaidia, hapana. Kwanza a man does what they want. That's what they want. And you cannot fix them or change them even by loving them harder. Because that's the thing about me. I'm someone who anxiously attaches to people. So, mi naeka pressure. Una avoid, unaenda. Mi naongeza mapenzi like, baby, let me just love you until you feel good. But you cannot. Ata urido kabisa. Kurido is low for kukaza. Ata ukaze. Hakuna. Imagine beba hakuna. So healing is their job. Fixing is their job. Don't make it your mission. Takufa vibaya wewe. Don't make it your mission. It is their job. So let them do the healing, the fixing. Meet them where they are at. And if where they are at you don't like it, and Ata when it comes to preference, I find it so diabolical. Let me come for you ladies. As a lady, you see this man, he's not financially stable or financially where you'd want your man to be. Na unamwendea, then unaanza kumwambia, why you not treating me like other men? Unataka he, and he can't provide that. That's insanity. Find huyo mwenye ako mali wewe unataka. Same with beauty. It's like a man, okay, the widest part of my body is my shoulders. It's not my hips. Na unakuja kwangu kitafuta nyash. When ni cheesy nini huoni? Are you blind? Let's be practical. Let's be real. It's gonna save you a lot of time. But again, mini nani? Who am I? I'm just a little girl. Naive, some might say. Deluded. Sponisikia shida yako. But I mean, I'm just telling you, it's gonna save you a lot of time. I had some notes here. Inasema, And every time when you try to pour into the man, he'll make you feel like you're doing too much. Like mimi, the bare minimums, like just checking up on you. Hi babe, how was your day? Yeah, and I feel like I'm suffocate. It's nipe peace. Oh yeah, I'm just asking about your day. And personally, I'm a good listener. Naenda tu nama, how was your day zangu? Or he'll make you feel like you always need to walk on eggshells. Because okay, I cannot ask you about your day. I cannot ask you about what you're feeling. What do I do? As when we used to meet na kuambia, apart from the sexual healing, and I know you guys know what I mean by sexual healing, there was nothing else hapo. Atuongelele shit. We used to listen to music and get down and just, cuddle kidogo. Masweet nothings hakuna, because what are we gonna talk about? I'm always walking on eggshells. Hii itakukasirisha, hii hutaki kusikia, dara. If you've also like you're always guessing, you're always trying to guess, like nikifanya hii atasikiaje. Find someone who can communicate. Personally, I want someone who can communicate. If you don't like me filming with other men, because it's something that I do for content, niambie, nijue, can I stop or can I not? If you don't like me dressing a certain, tell me so that I know, can I adjust, can I not? But tukinyamaza hatutasaidiana. And I always say, it's like, okay, someone say that ufai kuargue ukisema it's something known, but niambieni tu statement kama it makes sense. Sorry, confusion is communication enough. Kama uko confused, another aspect of my love language is love is clear. Confusion mob hapana. Yeah, so tulikuwa wapi? You cannot fix a man. Do not make it your mission. Don't try. And even loving him harder, trying to conform to what he wants, it's not gonna change him. He's gonna change when he wants to. If he doesn't, then he just doesn't. Let's move on to number 16. Being alone is better than being half loved. Yeah, ladies, come to the front. And I get this, or rather I hear this from the older gen sana, where they're like mimi, even naongea naambiwangwa, ongea tu hivyo, ukifika that utakuwa peke yako, uta regret wale ulikata. Imagine, I don't think so, because I would rather be alone. Unaona venye alone I'm happy. And I'm going to insert a picture and show you what me being alone, loving myself, being happy, and being in a relationship that drains you, where you're always guessing, you're always confused, you're always trying to read the room, did to me. Na kuambia, nilikuwa nimebeat. I was tired. Because remember, kando na hii mambo ya mapenzi, siko self-freaking anemia is uku nyuma, kama tu kawaida. So stress ilini consume, because I'm such a lover girl that when I love, I give you my all. Because these days I can know when I begin to fall in love. Mini yule, normally, like when I'm talking to a man, let's say if you're taller than me, takuangalia hivi. But when I like you, click. Bo, what would you mean, Eti? Because it's like, I'm shy, but I still want to look at you. I'm shy, but bado nataka kuangalia. So niko fala. So being alone is better, honestly. I'm gonna insert the picture here. This is me on a normal day, just happy, a little lonely but happy. And then this is me with a man who drains your energy and suck the life out of you. My cortisol levels were so high until my face became puffy. I was trying to understand this guy, and I'm giving him all the grace, because also when I look into his eyes, he's carrying so much weight. Sijui gani but naiona. But niko najaribu kusaidia, but you're now draining the life out of me, baby. You're draining. So ladies, don't do that. Being alone, imagine it's not. Are you gonna feel lonely? Yes, I get nights when I'm lonely. Not even nights, even days. And I cry kidogo. Mi huwa najishika kidogo. I can go out with my girlies, we talk, but I know like your girlies love is not the same that you're gonna get from a man. I know. Trust me. Mi wanaume nimeweka hapa, basi nimewashusha kidogo. Walikuanga hapa walai. I used to be that girl who used to think that, when I meet my Prince Charming, everything is gonna be solved. Like, prince, princess, we're gonna get married, you're gonna be my king, I'm gonna be your queen. Jabba. In the real world, Jabba. Life is not just about love. There's so much more. No matter, even when you're getting into love, you need to angalia everything. And remember, tunarudi tu kwa chaos na peace. When you have peace, this one has chaos. Atakuja atumie peace yako yote, mwanze kuwork na deficit. Sasa atakuna. Because we have used up all of what I had, let me say. Sasa, what's the way forward? Nothing. Ndo maana love is not 50-50, it's 100-100. So if I'm also not getting 100 from you, we are just using up mine. Yangu itaisha tuanze kuwork na deficit. Na kuwork na deficit, it makes sense because tunatumia aje kitu haiko. Personally, I would rather be alone. I'm insert the pictures hapa tu saizi. This is me on a normal day. This is me in the wrong kind of love. It drains the life out of you. And in this modern day, actually, kando na my type being a safe man, I'm also trying to see what type of man I want. Because I can't say that I'm looking for a traditional man. I am not a traditional woman. No. Ata my mom was not a traditional woman, and she raised me. Because her thing was, okay, I was raised to be a mother, a wife, you take care of a man. Mini yule asubuhi, I'ma wake up and prepare breakfast for you. As you're not my husband, but nitapika because hivyo ndo nimelelewa. Vyombo nitaosha if I can. If my hands are not hurting, I will wash, I will clean. Baby atabox. But sasa, a traditional woman, you do home care, homemaking on the woman, protect and provision on the man. But in this modern day, or rather how I was raised, home care, homemaking, plus provide. My mom she made it her mission to make sure that we were empowered to work. Okay, be a wife, know how to cook. And this being a wife was very key in our household. We used to hear jokes such as when you'd prepare a meal badly, my parents would be like, huyu mahari talipwa, na the next day wanamweka kwa basa rudi, watamrudisha kwa ajili kupika. So all my sisters know how to cook really nicely. So homemaking, still taking care of the children, plus provision. Man is still provide and protect. So we end up having too much on our plates. Ndo maana makes sense. So right now, I can't say I'm a traditional woman. Because hapa kwa homemaking, I love a soft life. Kuna some things kwanza iti kama una expect ni kufanyia na mkono zi. I will still take care of the household. You just sit back. Chakula utakula, nguo zitafuliwa. Mimi don't tafua, we're not sure. Nita-organize venye zitafuliwa. But so we still have the provision. So inanitoka kwa the traditional woman. Because traditional woman, provision haikuwa key. Because right now, in this modern household, eti ile mdema mke atayarishe watoto waende shule, apike, atayarishe husband ende kazi, ajitayarishe ende kazi. Kitambo ilikuwa anabaki kuendelea. So right now we have extra on our plate. East side kuna extra? No, but in some households naona sasa home care zingine zinatransferiwa to the man, but men are not used to that. So I'm really trying to see. I'm a modern woman. I'm not a traditional woman. So I can't say I just want a traditional man. What do I want? And who is the modern man? Squeeze it tunaona baby girl, shika lip gloss. That's what the internet has been saying. Do I want that? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. And while I'm doing that, honestly, I'd rather just stay alone. Because alone I lack nini. What am I lacking? Yeah. Hata mimi. Iko open-ended. Iko open-ended for me. I'm still trying to figure it out, okay? We're going to take another very short commercial break so that I can charge my camera kidogo. Guys, I'm sorry for the interruptions, but let's keep going. So the last point was being alone is better than being half loved. Personally, that's what I think, and I truly believe in that, because being half loved, mistaki nusu mkate, ipe yote. Sawa. Number 17, we're almost done. Chemistry does not always equal compatibility. Ladies, I want you to hear me and hear me correctly. Chemistry does not always equal compatibility. And by chemistry, I mean chemistry is that spark, that want. Chemistry is that excitement that you get. Wow, mimi when we have chemistry, hata jina yako nikisikia, it's a super slide down there. Chemistry is the butterflies that you feel in your stomach. Ukisikia tu nani anakama unasikia wa. Chemistry is that magnetic pull. Chemistry is what makes your world light up. Like this person, when you're just near them, hey, chemistry is what makes your heart race. That intoxicating feeling, like this person is my drug. I normally say, like, when we have great chemistry, I feel like you charge me up. Unani charge, you give me a different type of high. You know, as someone who has tried, you know, mihadara at the end there, chemistry gives you that high. Chemistry is what makes you mind obsessed by the person. Now compatibility ni hizi vitu zingine zenye watu wanafikirianga si za maana. Compatibility is, do you have the same love language or at least a similar one? Do you have shared values, beliefs? That's compatibility. Do you have the same level of emotional maturity? Like personally, I'm someone who communicates. Mi najibonga, wewe unajibonga zi. I don't like watu wajibongi because nitajua aje, niambie kitu nataka, nitajua aje kaunisho. That's compatibility. Do you have the same communication styles? That's compatibility. Compatibility without chemistry, personally, I think it doesn't work, because okay, we have the same beliefs, shared values, but kwani sini mandugu hataguzana? For me, I cannot touch you if we don't have the chemistry. And now sometimes you have chemistry, so when you get down, but you can't talk. Mkiongea kidogo vita. Anapenda mi napenda makeup, hapendi makeup. I like wigs, ya nasema wigs ni nywele za farasi. Chemistry 100, compatible 0. So chemistry is what draws you into the person. Compatibility is what keeps you there. Because if you have great chemistry, 0 compatibility, hapo sasa ndo kila siku tu you are fixing an issue and you get exhausted. Haizi kwa kila siku umefanya hii, hujafanya hii, ulienda huku, hukuenda huku. You see, you are not compatible. And compatibility is all this is 100. But when this person touches you, your skin crawls. Me kwanza, I know, because I'm very expressive and I respond, you know, accordingly. So when you touch me and my skin crawls, Nico, I actually tense up. We have 0 chemistry. That can work. Because let me tell you, to know the difference. When you want to know that chemistry yenu iko sawa, mtu akikushika unaenda tu. You know? Yeah. So chemistry draws you in. Compatibility is what's gonna keep you there. So you need to learn how to look beyond how they make you feel. Consider how they fit into your life. Sometimes, like the situation I was telling you about, this man used to make me feel so good. So good. I had never felt that good next to somebody. Somebody saying, yo, koma filo. Hapo na ulikuwa menasa mbaya. But compatibility 0. We have nothing. Okay, we have very few things in common. Like we were both super clean, you know, into the details ndogo ndogo. 100. We both love decor. We love music. We love art. Hapo ndo tunakatia. Everything else 0. Beliefs 0. Communication styles 0. I'm a talker, this man does not talk. Nonchalant world boss. World boss. Let me overshare kidogo. I once asked him, do you think your attachment style is that you are an avoidant? Do you want to know what this man told me, honey? This man told me, nakuanga tuna mambo mengi. Mambo yangu tu ni mingi. Najua kuna mambo mob. Ndio maana najaribu kufigure out. But after a while I learned, no, that's not my cup of tea. That's not my portion. Figuring you out, Missy Explorer. I don't want to figure you out, baby. Tell me what's wrong. Na kama huniambi, kana mambo yako. Yeah, so don't just look at the chemistry. Are y'all compatible? If not, pick your struggle. Utaka hapo ama utaka. Decide what you want. Because remember, at 20, at 22, wewe ni mtu mkubwa and you are responsible for your life as a woman. Number 18. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. We're going to talk about sex just a little bit. I know that I have a very young audience, so I'm not going to dwell on this just because I know that the older gen does not like it when we talk about this, but I feel like we need to talk about sex because out here people are getting down. I went to a mixed high school. People were getting down as back as then. Acha mimi nimeanza ku get down juicy at 20s. People were getting down. So, since it's something that we know happens, because how do teenage pregnancy happen? Yeah, people were getting down. So, at least, especially to the older gen, menyamaza sana. Boomers, millennials, y'all are too quiet. It's like y'all are being delusional. You're like, usilolijua haliwezi likakumaliza. So let's not talk about this. And we just hope that they're not doing this. People are getting down. So number one, I feel like this just goes without saying. Use protection. Use protection. My dad, with all his nonchalantness, when he took me to high school on day one of admission, like ndo anani aya ingia high school form 1, this man never gave me the sex talk, but he only told me 2 things. Don't bring me a child before your time. So mimi usinilete mtoto. Number 2, out here people are sick and you are already sick. Now me. So imagine, on top of sickle cell freaking anemia, we want to add magonjwa ya zina. No. So use protection. Use protection. I'ma leave it at that. Number 2, be comfortable in waiting. Baby, there's no rush. Do it when you're ready. Do it when you want to do it. Personally, I do not want to do it. My high school sweetheart ndo alikuwa anataka. And I really loved this man, this young boy. Do I feel like I should have held on a little bit longer? A little bit, yes. But I'm also glad that it was with him because apart from the bad things that he did, after the bad thing that he did, ni haku communicatingi vizuri. Because unile aliniambianga, siste unajidate. Siste unajidate. Who said I wanted to date you? This is after giving me girlfriend treatment for 6 months. Yeah, so communication tu ndo ilikuwa nje, but this was a sweet boy, very handsome, very tall, light skin. So it's not like I regret, but I'm just telling you it's okay to wait. It's okay to wait. No rush. Don't rush. This thing kwanza, it's only going to mess with your mind, give you unnecessary stress. It's okay to wait. Don't be in a rush. Number 3, do not feel bad saying no. It still goes with be comfortable waiting. Do not feel bad saying no. It is okay to say no. And if this man, because I figure we're talking about me, really loves you and likes you, they're also going to be okay with waiting until you are ready. So it's okay to say no. If he can't take your no, that's not your person. So it's okay to say no. And remember, say a firm no. No, no, Z. It's okay to say no. Don't be coerced into doing it. Don't be pressured into doing it. Do not be manipulated. It's okay. If you don't want it, like deep in your core, you're like, yo, I'm not ready. Don't. Sawa. Number 4, pleasure goes both ways. I'm not gonna get into it, but it goes both ways. If you're not feeling it, don't do it, honey. I said I'm not gonna talk to the gents, but also if you're not feeling it, they'll ever not feel it. But if you're not feeling it, don't do it, sir. Don't do it, babe. Don't do it. Pleasure goes both ways, and sexual compatibility is important. I'm gonna leave jukwaa na waachia kwa sasa. Mwende find out more about that, but just keep that in mind. Use protection. It is okay to wait. There is no rush. Do not feel bad saying no. Pleasure goes both ways. Sawa. Number 19. Know and learn how to take rejection. You are not everybody's cup of tea. I know that for a fact. Hivi venye mnaniona Kayetorwa. And at so we are moving away from relationships, even in life generally. There are people who just don't me. They don't like my content. They don't like shit. They don't like how I talk. Mimi nikiongea na wabo na wasinya, and it's okay. So just know that you're not everyone's cup of tea. When somebody rejects you, just go, and always believe someone when they tell you the first time. Mara ya kwanza you meet this man akwambie mi sitaki relationship saizi, I don't want anything serious, nothing is going to change his mind, even loving him harder. No. So when you're getting into it, no, we're only here for a good time, not a long time. If somebody tells you mena kwanga muizi, by the way, muamini, don't bring this person around your stuff, atakuibia. So you need to learn how to accept rejection also. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Some people like coffee, but I'm tea. Do y'all know that mimia cup of tea? When chai wantaka kahawa, enda katafute kahawa. Cause again, insanity is coming to tea and expect it to turn to coffee, brother. Where? Again, let's talk about my body, cause you know me ndo case study over here. I do meet some guys ata tuko talking stage hapo, but unajua kana mwili inaweza naona poa tukikula tukidogo z imagine asidhani you see what you see right now, are you okay with it? If not, go and find you yenye imeshanaona, sawa? Yeah. So I also know that some people, you might find someone extremely attractive but they don't find you attractive. It's okay. It's okay. Just move. And the thing about rejection, the sooner you accept it, the better. I always say, I take my L like the winner that I am. Unaichukua your loss na unatoka mbio, miguu kwa bega, mbio unasonga nayo. Usibaki hapo eti trying to convince someone to like you, trying to convince someone that you are the one, you're wasting time. There are plenty of fish out here. And even this also applies when it comes to opportunities. I see this with brands all the time. Let me say I send a proposal and they're like, the moment they say that, mimi huyo chwa. Let me go and find people who don't think twice. There's some brands, the moment I just send the proposal like this, I have a very detailed proposal. Hi, my name is Kayetorwa. I want to do this and this and this. Is it something that you'll be interested in? These are my deliverables. I'm going to make this post, some stories, compensation he or not. The moment you say that, they're also like, yeah, we'd love to work with you. That's how it goes. Ukisikia eti no, my brother, my sister, it's easier to just leave. Move on to the next. Don't waste your time hapa sana. Rejection is protection. Another thing that I find so mind-blowing, ni trying to convince someone to like you. You're trying to convince someone to like you, or you're trying to give them incentives, because the moment utampa hizo incentives, times itaisha, the likeness inaenda. Don't convince people to like you. And also rejection is redirection. I guess like this is the most common. Ama zote mbili. Also redirection. It means you're not wanted here. Go where you are wanted. Usikae mali utakikani. Even when it comes to friendships, you're going to hang around people who very well unajua tu mtu ajisikii. Hata when you're trying to make plans with this person, ako tu roho nusu nusu. Mbona unajiforce kwenda huko? Usijiforce. Again, heri ukae tu peke yako, honestly. As a loner, I'm actually a popular loner. Online, following top, kwa ground, my circle is very small. But it's small but very tight. Compact. Kama kifuniko ya iko tight hivyo. I would rather that than having a huge group. Mbogi, but hii mbogi inaweza kuuza. They are gonna leave you in a pit to die. They can't even spit on you kichomeka. Kayo ndo mbogi acha ikae. They are going to celebrate when you fall. No. Kwanza this year, I can say I'm so happy that I've managed to create a community that's very genuine. Like people who ride, they ride at dawn. Mse ukiwa hosi niko, hi, I'm in the hospital. Hata si 20 minutes. Atakuja na atakuja hata na nduthi. Hata kwa magoti atafika just to be there for you. The little that they have, they're going to contribute for me. I would rather have one person who's like that or two than 50 when they don't even care. They don't even know that you're at the hospital. Take rejection. So, number 20, hold on. Hold on. My favorite song, y'all know, inaitwa Better Days by Kodong Clan. Katangwedo siko cheng nyakarieng. Past the darkest night the sun will rise again. Things will get better in the end. Osiepa, keep moving, pokileo. Keep moving. Just hold on. As someone who has struggled with suicide ideation, that was me. 3 years ago, I was in a very dark pit, and I was there for a long time. It's not something that just happened overnight. I started getting these ideas when I was in Form 2, and I was able to fully get rid of them after first year of uni. So it's like the period lasted for 4 years. I know how it feels to feel like you are backed up against the wall and you have nothing to live for. The source of my pain and worry was physical pain caused by sickle cell freaking anemia, because living with a chronic illness, it drains you. It drains you. And sometimes holding on kidogo inakuwa ngumu. It's not like you get weak. You're just not as strong as you used to be. Ni ngumu, saa ingine ni ngumu. I know that. So I came out of that period. Now I always say that I'm at a point where I never want to go back there. I always sit back and I look, niko wa. Sasa ingetoka your point, I would never have this. And as much as life never changed, the pain is still there. I'm still battling this illness. It's as bad as it has ever been. If anything, sometimes I feel like the pain has gotten much, much more worse. But I'm just stronger. Because sometimes, personally, I made peace with the fact that life just deals you a bad hand. Like you're just dealt a bad hand by life. It doesn't have to have a reason. Si urogi. You ulizaliwa tu na defect like me. I'm talking from the illness point of view. So I made peace with that, and I was like, I'm gonna live regardless. That's why I call it my illness. It is mine. I'm owning it so that I can control it and not let it control me. And once I embraced this thing, mi nitalia usiku yote na asubuhi niamke nipake makeup and shoot this freaking video. and get my bag and continue living. Because I don't want to leave before my time. I'm going to leave when my time comes. Right now, I'm here to stay, baby. Una pause, and it's okay to take a break from whatever you're doing. It's okay to take a step back. That's not failure. It's just a break. Ni ya kulamba glucose, kuhydrate, kujigas like, yo, I've got this, and then soldier on. It's okay. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're stagnant. Only you know. Wendo unajua pesi yako. Soka kwa pesi yako, saizi umefika point ya kutulia. Tulia tu. Tulia. It's not wrong. And don't even feel guilty about it. Exhaustion haikuji na any glory. Kuji over exhaust. If you need to take a step back, you know that you need to take a step back. Take a step back, re-strategize, and then you come back better than you are, and just hold on. Somebody once called me usiku hapa, just some girl, I don't know where they got my number from. And they were like, what do you do when you feel like, you're backed up against the wall and you have nothing? And in the moment, I couldn't find like the perfect, I don't even think that there's a perfect thing that you can say to someone who's there, but all I can tell you from my experience is just hold on a little bit longer. Hold on, and things are gonna get better. Just dog. Just hold on. Please just hold on. Good days are coming. Good days are coming, especially if you're putting in the work. Unajituma, shikilia tu kiasi. Do not give in. Do not give in. And when I mean hold on even to the littlest of things. Mina kwambia sometimes nakaanga naanza kuwa grateful for just breathing, because I know there's some people who are on respirators, and I know what you're thinking. Si mimi. I'm just trying to show you how when it comes to being grateful, you can be grateful for the little, at just seeing. Start with the little that you have. For me, I love the sun. Jua nikionanga umetoka hivi, kuna venye tu na feel. I know it sounds so, not really naive, but ina sound kani kitu kama nothing. But trust me, when you've been bed rotting, especially in a hospital bed for 3 weeks non-stop, you find the littlest of things to look forward to. And one of the things for me is always the sun. Na nangoja tu jua itoke. You feel the warmth, you see the light. And I know it's a new day. The night imeisha, tuna keep pushing. Sometimes I used to look forward to just seeing my sister walk through the door. When I was admitted for a long time hapo Kenyatta. Yeah, I just used to wait for that. And without fail, this girl, jamani, I love my sister so much. At 1:30, unamwona tu, mekuja mbeba carrier bag iko na chakula kama maziwa and thermos ya maji moto ya kunipanguza. So she just wipe me, change my diaper, give me something to eat, sit with me for visiting hours. Ilikuwa sijui 30 minutes. Na I used to look for, so you just find the littlest of things, because I also know of scenarios where hata when you're sick, huyu hata kuletea maji hayuko. So again, I'm not trying to invalidate what you're going through, whatever it is, but just hold on and stay strong. Remember, like, I'm not saying be strong, because you already are strong. Ndo fika where you're at, you are strong, you are the strongest. So stay strong. Stay strong, stay strong, stay strong. And silence is not strength. Speak up. Speak up. The thing also about speaking up is you can't tell everybody, because there's some people you're gonna go and try to speak to them, but wana commit na negativity. That's the problem. And this is why, as much as I've left religion, I see the importance of religion. Because in times like that, hold on to God, hold on to Jesus Christ, hold on to your church, to your pastor, to your priestess. Because at least them, when you talk to them, they're going to reassure you. You're going to pray together. Silence is not strength. During that time when I was super sick, I remember I was very vocal. Mio time daktari angekuja anani assess, how are you feeling today, Catherine? Not any better. And I would say that to the straight face, because I knew what saying I was feeling better when I was not feeling better did to me. I always feel like you know elongate, because I was sick for a very long. I'm always sick, but I was extremely sick for like 6 months non-stop. So I got to a point where I would tell the doctor, and they're like, "Uko sure you feel any better?" Because I do not feel any better. If anything, I feel worse. And if anything, that's what helped me to get better, because now they would up the medicine, do different procedures, take different tests, until when I began feeling better, I was like, yeah, I feel better. And I always remember at that time when I used to speak up, sadly, some of my family were like, usiongeleshe hivyo daktari, what do you mean? Uko sure? Niko yes, niko sure, because again, you know you. Even to yourself, usijidanganye, jiambie ukweli. Like, personally, I struggle with my mental health sometimes. Tricky because just dealing with the illness is hard. So on days when I'm not okay, I look at myself. I actually have a mirror here. Napenda kujiona. So I look at myself and I'm like, Kayet, today you're not feeling okay. You're not better. But you're gonna get better. You're gonna be okay. Na unajireassure hivyo. But don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself, because self-awareness is the baseline. That's where you begin. Self-aware. And remember, awareness without action is just like performative. Unasema tu niko na. But after being aware, now what steps do I need to take so that I feel better? Do I need to talk to somebody? Do I need to go and see the doctor? Do I need to work harder so that I can get, like, what do I need to do after knowing that this is the problem? But just hold on, stay strong. In holding on, there's a day I said this on an interview, and I don't know kama uko na mini, but some of the things that I hold on to when I feel like there's nothing, that little crochet project that I began today, najiambia, this night may be rough, I'm in so much pain, I feel tired, but let me just take a nap, try to sleep. Tomorrow at least nataka kuamka kuendelea ile project, or I want to get better so that I can do this dance trend that I see. It's the littlest of things. I want to get better, or rather I want to hold on so that I can talk to Liz. Liz is my sister. I love her so much. Nataka kupigia Liz story kesho, because sometimes the bad, or rather the pain, can be too much that it overshadows the good, the little good. Because mtuka Liz unibamba. We've ever stayed on one video call for 9 hours straight. Kila kitu mpaka cho. Na acha ni susu kidogo ni rudi. So after a while, after I came out of that depressive state, I was like, I'm gonna cherish those moments. Like, nataka tu ku hold on. Kesho tutaongea. Hold on, that's what I can say, because ukiwa in that situation, sometimes like, I don't want to say like you're blindsided, but, and also I can't say that you forget, it's just too overbearing. Ndo maana, as I once tried to explain what that state feels like to somebody, and I actually stopped being friends with this person, because when I told them about that, like that was one of the reasons why I ended up distancing myself from them. When I told them about me being in that state a few years ago, they were like, but unajua hata ukikufa watu hawajali. Yeah, watu wataendelea na maisha. And I looked this person in the eyes and I told them, I do not care about what people are doing. I was in that place because I feel tired. Whether because he was trying to paint it, watakuja mazishi wakule tu mchele, wakule nini. No. My thing was, I am tired. I am tired. I'm finding strength but see party. That's why right now I'm telling you to just, because I can describe it, it's like you're falling. So please just grasp onto something. It's the littlest of things. Just grasp onto that and shikilia, and trust me, the sun is gonna shine. Good things are coming. Good things are coming. Good things are coming. Shikilia hiyo ikuwa story ya the past, like coming ikuwa story ya the past. Ikuwa story ya the past mpaka unafikiria uko why did I do that? Just hold on. Hold on. Get outside, get some water, clean your space. It's the littlest of things. Kwanza, don't stay in the dark. I hate the dark. But just hold on. I hope mmenisikia. Just anyone who, if you feel like you're in that state, hold on. Talk to somebody. Silence is not strength. Talk to somebody. Talk to God. Mwambie. If you don't trust people like me, I don't trust people sana. Mwongeleshe, mwambie Mungu ni hivi na hivi na hivi na unisaidie please. Nataka unisaidie, nisikie, nisaidie. Na kesho tena mwambie. Na mwambie. Yeah. I always wish that I could do more. But sadly, I can't. At the moment. Tami niko hapo kwa hold on. So please. And if you feel like you're alone, you have Kayetorwa. Tunashikilia pamoja. Sawa? We are holding on. And you see the way I just have it in my tattoo, like something of the past it is. And you conquered. You will conquer. Just hold on to the littlest of things. Utakuwa sawa. So wadau, ni hayo tu kwa sasa. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Again, as a young woman, get rid of all naivety. And nimewambia what naivety looks like. We can talk about this on a wider lens, but do not be naive. Approach the world as it is. I know you see it. You can see it. Na kujua when I'm smart. I like to think that I'm smart. You know. You can see it. So approach the world as it is. Take care of yourself. You are your number one priority. Take care of yourself. Jichunge. You know what's best for you, what's not. And learn how to trust your intuition. And let me tell you how to differentiate, or rather what I do to know the difference between intuition and fear or anxiety. Fear or anxiety is loud. Pressure, you're not even calm. That's anxiety. But intuition, it's a pressure that you feel deep inside. Kidogo tu. But it's nagging constantly. So let's say if your intuition is telling you, don't go there, itaendelea tu hivyo. Don't go there. Throughout the day, usiende event. It just keeps on nagging you. Even when you go there, you still feel the pressure. Inaendelea tu. Even after, inaendelea tu. That's your intuition. And most of the time, if your intuition was warning you against something, and then the something happens, you're going to remember, and something just told me not to come here. That's your intuition. So learn how to trust it. If you feel the pressure is constant, don't go to that place. Don't engage with that person. Don't do that thing. That's your intuition. Learn it. I always say, I'm a little bit spiritual, but your intuition is like your guardian angel on earth. For believers, unaona Holy Spirit, your intuition is your Holy Spirit. Listen to it. Anxiety huwa inaisha. You're going to be anxious about something, but once you do it, unasikia imeisha. Ama when you get there, imeisha. Ama it only lasts for a certain period, then it's gone. But intuition is just deep, but very clear. Inakuambia, bro, tricky. Hapa kidogo tricky. Trust your intuition. Always have your own best interests at heart. If something is not serving you, get rid of it. You can make a pros and cons list like me. Mi najuanga umeni stress vizuri when I make a list. I've only made a list for very few people. I made a list when I was leaving Alpha. I've made a list for my dad. I made a list for the guy I was talking about earlier during the year. Just make a list. Pros, cons. How are you serving me? What good is there? Yenye unanipatia. What are the bads? If they're bad, outweigh the good. Baby girl, what are you doing there? Run. Kimbia. Miguu kwa bega. Personally, I can't even run. But I walk. Walking race nikitoroka. If you're struggling, like you're dealing with a heartbreak, out of sight, out of mind, remove me completely. Take me out of the situation. Block, delete. Personally, I block you and all your friends because I don't want to see anything that's gonna remind me of you. And trust me, when it comes to things like heartbreak, time does heal. So the longer you go without this person or this thing, you're going to realize you don't even need it. After a while, hata ukiwanblock ukiwaona, you're just okay. That's how I do it. Out of sight, out of mind. Take care of yourself. I hope to just out anything. Tell me what you think. So, mpenzi mtazamaji, nikiripoti live kutoka stesheni nambari 1 nchini. It's your girl Kayetorwa. These are the 20 things that I wish I learned before I turned 20. And remember, there is no right, there is no wrong, because we are paying attention to the eyes. I wish I knew. Tell me what you wish you knew before you turned 20. And again, don't be too hard on yourself. Sometimes unaishiishi ndo ulana. Hata kama umenisikia, enda ujaribu. Go and get into that relationship with that person who you have great chemistry but zero compatibility. Utajua, then utakumbuka, kumbe nani aliniambia. Uwanga bad. Ngori sana. Uwanga bad. Have you all heard that song? Shout out to Mandy. It's a very nice song. Uwanga bad. Mbaya sana. See you on the next one, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. You can catch me on TikTok at Kayetorwa, Instagram Kayetorwa, Facebook Kayetorwa, and up at YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. I'm gonna attempt. Nitangangana to keep more coming. But pia nikipotea, mjue maisha inanipiga KO. And I'm also holding on, as we all should be. Bye. Ngori sana. Uwanga bye.